So I'm joined today by viral internet sensation, Danny Andrews. Welcome to Raising the Bar, mate. How are you doing?
Cheers. I'm very good, thank you. How are yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Been drinking a lot of alcohol. I must be honest, I have got a hangover, Zoom quiz hangover from last night. So I've had to have a couple of beers just to liven up. But yeah, no, thank you for coming on here. I appreciate it.
No worries, buddy.
Buzzing, buzzing. Let's start right. So talking about bodybuilding. So in 2007, you appeared on BBC Three's documentary, I think it was Babyface Bodybuilders. So how did that come about?
So I was 16 and I was winning like all the under 18, under 21 bodybuilding shows. And me being from the north, I got a phone call off a southerner going, "Hello, I work for the BBC and I'd like to do a documentary on you." So I've gone, "Fuck off," and put the phone down thinking I'm being pranked. No one's wanted to do a documentary on me. I've never heard anyone ring me. I thought it was that posh because it's like I'm not used to listening to southern accents. I thought someone's having me on here.
Yeah.
So they kept being persistent, kept ringing. And I thought, it might be true, but I didn't want to admit it was true in case someone's like, I got you. So I said, right, if it's true, this is what time I train and this is the gym I go to. I'm walking up to the gym and people are coming out of the gym. They're like, "There's a film crew for you, waiting for you." And I was like, no. And then the owner who has the gym was just being very like extra nice, like, "Danny, come on in, come on in."
No.
Put a furnace elf cap on with a gym name across it. And he was like, "Put a t-shirt on." And then he was like, and I was thinking, you normally don't even like me, right? And yeah, it was true. They wanted to do a documentary on me competing. And I was a team bodybuilder, and I'd like done the Britain, won the Britain, won the UK, and then I went to Germany and competed in the Miss Universe under 23.
Amazing.
And I was only 17. I'm natural at the time as well. Yeah, and I placed fourth, so I did pretty well.
Unbelievable. How long have you been doing it then for? What age did you start doing it?
15 years old. I was like still at school, and yeah, I'd only been training a couple of months. I used to play rugby, so they said to me, go to the gym to try and put on a bit of weight. And as I was always the small one in the team and known as Little Danny, once I put a little bit of muscle on, everyone was like noticing. So I really liked it. And then I went into my first competition at 15 after like 6 months of training. And I come second. And then after that, I won everything I ever competed in, apart from the universe where I come fourth. And I reckon the year after, I probably would have, I reckon I'd have been up there anyway. But I had a lot of family troubles and stuff. And I stopped for a while. So yeah, I never really competed after that. So.
Well, to be fair, to say you won so much, I was looking back through some of the stuff you won, and you did an incredible job. But I think I saw that your dad was like novice Mr. Cumbria or something, wasn't he?
So when I seen him, he won the novice at 17. I did the under 18s and then beat all the men and won the overall Mr. Cumbria, which I thought was pretty cool.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that was better to me, winning the overall Cumbria, because I always looked up to people that had been Mr. Cumbria, because obviously I'm from Cumbria. And I'd looked up to them and thought, wow, his uncle was Mr. Cumbria. And then I thought, me at 17, I was overall Mr. Cumbria, which I thought was fucking brilliant.
Unbelievable. So were you one of like the youngest people there then at the competition?
Yeah, I was under 18 and I was the youngest category. And then the winner of every category goes and competes for the overall show. Yeah. And yeah, as I won it, and I was thinking, these are guys I've looked up to that have been the veterans of the game. And I just went on, and I was just like the complete package. I weren't the biggest, but I was just ripped. I had no
body fat, I
had no body fat on me, but I was very symmetrical. So I had nothing was really big, but I had like no faults.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ended up winning the overall, which I thought was really good.
Not fancy getting back into it?
No, because it's too much. It's too much. It's like it takes over your life, and you couldn't be enjoying beers. Yeah. It's not. To be fair, if I see somebody with a really good physique, back when I was younger, I used to be a bit envious. But now I know what they have to put into it, so it doesn't. I sort of feel a bit sorry for them, really. Yeah. Like I still train and stuff, but I haven't got abs anyway. I drink too much beer to have abs.
I don't think I've ever had abs in my life, in all honesty, because I drink too much beer, and I drank beer from a young age. But
that's what it doesn't matter, does it? It's not about
as long as you have a good time. As long as you're having a good time, that's the main thing.
Yeah, definitely.
We've got to talk about why you're on here, and the reason why so many people. I've told a few people. I'll try to keep this as quiet as possible. But that you're coming on, and they're like, "No way!" Like everyone knows you. It's incredible. I absolutely love it. But essentially, the reason why you are so well known is because of a very, very, very short clip in which you were explaining obviously the diet that you're on that documentary, and it consisted of fish and rice cakes.
Yes.
But the weird thing was that you didn't go viral straight away, did you? It was not Mills's fault. Like 3 years later, wasn't it?
Yeah. So back then there was. I think Facebook had just. It was like I was 17, so it was like I'm 31 now, so it was like 15 years ago. So back then, I don't think viral was a thing. I think this was probably one of the first viral videos, which was like 3 years later. So I thought I got away with it, right? And then I'm going to work and I'm hearing my voice and I'm like, it cringes me out. Like I've only just now sort of come to terms with it. Like I used to hate it. And then people would be like, are you the fish? And I'd be like, "Argh." And it used to annoy even my work colleagues and stuff because it annoyed me.
Yeah.
And I've had it for years. But it's only now where I can sort of like just laugh about it. But I used to take it as like offensively, only because of the comments and stuff like that. But then since I've put myself out a little bit more, people have realised that that's not me, So, and it's I did actually say all that, but it's taken out of context. Like there was videos leading up. Like I was always on camera telling them about my diet, and it changed all the time. That was only for the last 2 weeks. So I was dumbing it down for what I thought was the audience, because I was had a camera in front of my face. I was 17, so I was like, I thought it all had to like coincide with each other. Of what I was eating, but they only used the fish and rice cake clip. They stitched me up. They've only used that clip, and then that clip was gone. It's gone crazy, to be fair. Like my sister was living in Australia, and she was doing makeup on a makeup counter in Australia, and she goes and hears my voice on their local radio station.
No way.
Yeah, and she's like, "What? That's my brother."
And it's so long ago as well. There was a guy. So obviously, when I was doing a little bit of research for you coming on and stuff, this is like 13, nearly 14 years ago that the clip actually went onto YouTube and that. And I think it was only last week. There was a guy called Dan Lewis, right? He's a professional rugby player for Coventry, and he did a challenge where he did the fish and rice cake diet for 24 hours. And I was like, that 13, 14 years later, there's still people that are doing these things, and I'm like, it's incredible. When will it not be known? Do you know what I mean?
It's crazy. Someone called Dom Ingle, like a boxing coach today, has literally just tagged me in it, and he's uploaded it yesterday. Chloe from Geordie Shore and Wayne Lineker, they were pretending to be me and doing the voice, and I'm like, this was 15 years ago. Get over it.
Is that not mad to you? The fact that the likes of Wayne Lineker, I was talking about Wayne Lineker before. That's mad. And Chloe, you're doing that sort of thing, and you're getting tagged in stuff.
Yeah, it's bizarre, and my family find it bizarre as well. Like my mum works at BAE in Barrow Furnace, so like she's like a health and safety boss. So all the people below, like like all the people that like she has to like look after sort of thing. Yeah, they're always she'll walk through a thing and they'll go, "Oh, that's fish and rice cakes, mum." She's like, "Yeah, that's my son." And the Mank Bible made a Christmas jumper of me as well.
It's unbelievable. You've got something ticked off like that everyone else will never do in their life. I think it's incredible. Like, and now it's only recently that you've kind of started to gain traction again, isn't it? Because I remember you look nothing like you did back then, do you? Like you look completely different. Like, let's be honest, you're stacked now. And
thank God. But to be fair, I had a lot better body then. It was underneath my clothes. But because I dieted down so much, I looked really skinny. It's only because I'm full of carbs and beer and food. I'm full, but obviously I was 16, 17. I was 16 in some of the documentary, and it goes through to when I was 17. Yeah. So anyone at that age is like, you don't grow into your features, do you?
No.
So I've become a man. Do you know what I mean? So people are like, "Oh my God, you look so different." I'm like, give me a picture of you at 16 and we'll see if you look different.
I looked horrific at 16. I mean, I don't look too good now, but at 16, crazy. Like I look at 16-year-olds now, and they look like they've got the best clothes in the world on. Like they look like the way like beyond the years, and I look like 14, like max. It was horrific, so bad. interesting.
Yeah, but I think I looked about 46.
I think, right, there is a weird period like 2007, 2008 where you look back and you do look older than you do now, kind of thing.
Yeah, so weird.
Like a completely different person. Like you say, your face is a completely different shape. I think it's the fashion, isn't it? When you look back and you're like, oh my God, what was I wearing, kind of thing.
I didn't have any fashion because back then I was just cared about my body. And my mum actually said, right, you're on TV, son.
Yeah.
She listen to this. They said, I would never do this now. You're on TV, son. I'll tell you what, I'll go and buy you a shirt. Embarrassing family. So she got me a Cherokee shirt, which I thought I looked good. Right? I had that Cherokee shirt on, and I was like, yeah. And then now I look back, some of the comments are like, he looks like he's wearing an old caravan curtain. Another comment was, oh my God, like this, where does this guy get his clothes from? And I'm just like, oh my God. But I do agree. I look back and think, but back then I didn't care. But then now I just wear black, and you can't really, you can't go wrong with black, can you?
It's perfect. It's like, for me, it's slimming. And I know what you mean. Everyone went through a stage like 2007, 2008 and wearing some pretty horrific things. But I obviously saw the shirt that you were wearing, and I was like, I've definitely worn something similar to that in like at some stage.
I'm sure lumberjack shirts were in fashion then. I think that was a lumberjack shirt, but Tesco's version, so it was a cheaper shit and look.
100%. The weird thing was, though, you don't like fish, do you?
No, I really don't like fish.
How the hell? And how long did you do it for?
Well, so you've got your what you've got is you can eat chicken, and then cleaner than chicken is turkey, and then the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I went to fish because you could eat more of it,
right?
Because there's less calories in it. So, but yeah, just eating fish all the time is absolutely disgusting. I don't mind fish in batter, but any other type of fishy fish, I do not like. Any seafood, sushi, anything that's fish. Someone the other day told me lobster was nice, but I've just never tried it. They said it's like chicken, but
it's good. It's good. You should try it. Yeah, it's like, it's not something you have all the time because it's mad expensive, but it's good. You should try it. Like if you go to a decent seafood restaurant, get lobster because I think you like it. It's not like proper fishy. It's like, it's like chicken. It's like chicken, but with a slight tinge of fish. It's
right. Oh, I don't like fish. I don't mind a fish finger.
It's battered. Anything battered is all right for me because it gets rid of the taste. But how long did you do that diet for?
I was dieting for about six to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
But I was eating fish every meal for about 2 weeks. So, but it was even coming out of my pores. Like I would just be training, and then I'd sweat.
Wow.
And people in the gym would be like, and I'd be like, oh yeah, sorry, it's me. I'm eating fish. But I don't like vegetables like either. Like I hate them. And like a lot of bodybuilders, when they carb deplete, they have broccoli and stuff, for health reasons and stuff. Yeah. But because I don't like it, I was just taking multivitamins, and people like keyboard warriors like, this guy's well unhealthy, blah 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 blah. But I'm like, yeah, but I did it myself. Yeah. And I won the shows. I might have not been the healthiest, but I really don't like vegetables, which is not a good thing if you're a bodybuilder, I suppose.
But the reason you were doing that diet was to do as well as you could in that competition. You won it, so
yeah, and it's not for a long period of time, so it wasn't detriment. Like my health wasn't getting, because it's only for a short period of time. So
yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense. And it's an interesting thing you said as well, like, because I know you mentioned in an interview that you did recently about like the comment sections and stuff, but I'm assuming the majority of people, when they do recognize you, like I say, you look completely different now, but when they do recognize you, I'm assuming most of it's positive, but you will come across some tossers, won't you? Let's be honest. How do you go about handling that?
Yeah, but to be fair, I've probably been a tosser to somebody else in the past. You don't think, when you just see when you just see an image, a viral video, you just, whatever comes to your head, you type, and you don't think that there's somebody going to read it. So yes, reading some of the comments was tough. And then at the time as well, I was 16, 17 years old, and I lived on my own. So I had a council flat, and it said, Danny has a council flat, lives on his own, and he's unemployed and has plenty of time to live for Miss Cumbria, to train for Miss Cumbria show. But I wasn't employed. I worked at a gym. But I was just young, and I was just like up and coming. Do you know what I mean? Like now I own my own house. I've got my own business. But so that was kind of hard when people like saying, "Oh, this bum, look at him," and I was thinking, "That's not me. That was me. That was me on the build."
Yeah.
Everyone judging me off that.
Why do people have so much passion to be a troll? Like, I've never understood trolling. I've never understood it, and it's just a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, and I feel bad because I generally read it and would feel like shit.
Yeah.
But now it took a while. It took 15 years. But I can be like, you know what? It is what it is. That is me. It's not me now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm over it. But yeah, people still. It is bizarre that people are still sharing it, and yeah, it's crazy.
It's a mad one. It's a mad one. Is there been any like occasion where someone has taken it like far too far? Like, I don't know, for like, on a night out or something.
Yeah. So when you're on a night out, you get drunken lads and stuff. And there was a time when I was looking like pretty muscly and stuff. And I'd go out and lads would be like, in a negative way, be like, "Oh, here he is, fishing a fucking rice cake," you know, like sniggering. And I just, oh, and I'm just like, "Yeah, mate, yeah." So, you know what lads can be like when they're pissed. So yeah, but that'd get to me on a night out. And sometimes it's how it's said. Girls would do it as well.
Yeah.
And like you go over and talk to a girl, and then a mate would go, "What's that? Like fish and rice cake?" Like in a negative way. Because I think it did have like a bit of a negative. Like it was negative then, but then I think I've started to turn it into a positive since lockdown, really. Since I did like I've done a couple of things. So yeah, so since then it's sort of it's turned. Like I like it now.
Yeah,
I don't like it, but I used to really regret ever saying anything about fish or a rice cake.
Oh yeah, you'd take back like the viral fame back, wouldn't you? Like if you had the time again, you'd take it back.
1,000,000%. But this lockdown, I've kind of liked it. Well, I'm going on the odd social distance walk, and I'm getting recognised, and people are like, "Oh, you're such a lovely lad," you know. And I'm yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
Well, you're now getting the opportunity to kind of like show the real you rather than that bloody 13-14 second clip or whatever it was. And one of the things that you did very recently, you went on first dates, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
How was that? How did you find going on first dates?
It was good. I enjoyed it. I only did it because it was in lockdown and it was like something to do. I wouldn't normally do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did it.
Good. I mean, I watched the episode. So were you in? So the previous series was filmed at I think it's the Paternoster Chop House in London, I think it is. And the new one is being filmed in the refinery in Spinningfields, just around the corner from here, actually. Did you go down to London, or is it in Manchester that you filmed?
I went to the one in Manchester.
Okay.
And I actually went on 2 dates, which I don't think many people do on first dates.
Yeah.
So what had happened was I went on a date with one girl. I don't think she liked me, but there was a girl on another table that I struck up a conversation with. But just me being me, I was really nervous, and I got eye contact with her. But I didn't honestly, genuinely fancy her or anything. But they made it out that like there was like a love connection.
Is this a girl that you went into because they had like communal bathrooms, didn't they? So is that is it her?
Yeah, because I think she did actually like me. So I was unaware that this even happened until I watched it, and I'm like, oh. And then when I've gone back the second time, they put me with her.
Okay.
On a date, and I was like, oh right, they put us together, and then I didn't know, and then I was kind of expecting something like that anyway to thingy, but I didn't even hear her in the toilets either. She was in the toilet saying how fit I was, and I was just unaware of all of that. So so when I watched it, it was new to me. So
it's unbelievable. Was it the refinery? I think I've been there on a day before. Actually, it's a pretty nice place, isn't it? In there.
Yeah. Did it go well for you?
It did. To be fair, it was a really good day, but we didn't go on a second one, which is a bit weird, isn't it? Because
the same as me, brother. I went on the second date, but not with the same girl. So
was it nerve-wracking then doing that? Because dating, nerve-wracking.
Gold. Yeah, it was like the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done. I get nervous before dates anyway. And the fact it's on telly, like you're even conscious of the way you drink your drink, right? And before. You've got to like, I'm not used to TV cameras or anything. And they were like, you've got to like do a shot of you walking in, but you're not really walking in. You've just got to walk in. So like 1, 2, 3, action, right? And then I was dead conscious of the way I walked, right? And then he'd go, do you walk like that? And I was like, no. I said, it's because I'm on telly. I said, right, we'll go again. He'd go, 1, 2, 3. And I think, right, just be more looser. So and then he'd go, do you know what? I'm like, no. He's like, it doesn't look natural. So I just added a whistle, right? I was like, right? And he was like, you seriously walk like that? And I said, no, I can't do it because you're filming me. So he put something on the ground and said, look at that, and just walk forward. So I just put my head down, looked at it, and walked forward. And then he was like, right, that'll do.
That's all right. That's all right. It would be, though. You'd literally be questioning everything that you were doing because
it was horrible.
God, would you do it again?
Oh, I don't sleep or anything before it. It's really nerve-wracking. I don't think I'd do that again. I've done it twice. How many more? They'd be sick of me. I think my next thing I'm going to go on is the Undateables. My friend said the other day. He said, you can't go on first dates, it's going to be Undateables. I
love that show, by the way. The Undateables.
Oh, it's class, isn't it?
Great show. Unbelievable. You have mentioned in the past as well that obviously the viral fame has affected like dating in the past. I think you obviously, was it the first date where you showed the girl the clip and she was like instantly like, and I felt like she was a little bit like standoffish after she knew that you were that guy, and it must be a nightmare.
Yeah, and just for the record straight, I didn't show her the video, right? So what happened was the waiter kept coming over and went, you look familiar. And then I thought, motherfucker, right? And I went, I don't know what you mean, mate. He went, I'm sure I've seen you on YouTube. I went, I don't know what you're on about, mate.
Oh, no.
And then another one come over and went, where have I seen your face? And I was like, so as she walked away, I said to the girl, I said, I know why they're saying that. And she said, why? I said, have you seen the video of Fish and Rice Cakes, right? And obviously they've cut it. So I go, have you seen the video of Fish and Rice Cakes? I'm like, that didn't happen. I wouldn't sit there and go, I'm the Fish and Rice Cake guy. I wouldn't do it. But then I was like, oh. And then, they cut that out. And then people are on the comments going, see, he says he hates it, but he just brought it up on a date. I'm like, I would never bring it up on a date.
Yeah. But they've seen you coming there, haven't they? Like, they've done that on purpose. And again, it's the power of TV, and it's the power, I've said before, it's the power of editing. They can make anything look a little bit different, can't they?
Yeah, and I tell you a funny story. I've just been on a date today, and it went really good. But she brought me some rice cakes for the date. It was our first date, right? And she was like, oh, I got you these. And I went, motherfucker.
At least she's got a little bit of banter anyway. That's good.
A little bit of banter, I know. Yeah. In the boot now. No, put me bin there.
I love it, mate. I love it. Jesus, how do we move on from that? I mean, the reason obviously I got in touch with you, I saw, it must have been like a year or 2 years ago, and I was talking about like the fact that everyone knows you. Like I've quoted what you've said in the past to my mates, and we quoted back to each other and stuff. And there was an article which said like the Fish and the Rice Cakes guy is now shredded, like absolutely shredded, and that's when like, again, I think you started to come up a little bit. So you've been on First Dates. You also did a Lab Bible interview with the Wealdstone Raider, which absolutely incredible. If you've not seen it, go on to Lab Bible's page and watch it. I think you've got a few clips on your Insta as well. But what an experience. That was an incredible interview on both parts, by the way, because that taught me not to judge a book by its cover. And it was the first time you'd obviously spoken to him, and you were excited about it, weren't you? Because obviously all your mates see him and that. But what was it like meeting him?
It was crazy. So I didn't know who I was meeting.
Right, okay.
I didn't know what it was about. So those questions were down on, like, what they do is they put questions. You just pick them up. You just got to ask whoever I thought it was going to be these questions.
Yeah.
But they said, we're not going to tell you. And they obviously wanted. So when he's walked out, I've walked out and I've seen him. I've been like, oh my God.
That's sick.
And the fact how articulate the guy is.
Yeah.
I had a preconceived idea of him that he was just some drunken like football hooligan. But wow, I was wrong. The amount of charity work he does and stuff like that. And what a nice bloke. After it, we went around London and he's about this, honestly, I'm a short guy. He's about up to here on me. I'm 5'8". So he's about here. He must weigh about 8 stone, right? He wiped the floor with me. He just sucks and sucks and sucks. What a night it was. He doesn't pay for one drink wherever he goes either.
Oh,
and because I was with him, I weren't paying for drinks. It was brilliant.
Amazing. I was going to ask you that as well, because at the end of the clip, he's like, "Do you fancy going for a pint after this?" And I was going to say, "Did you end up going for that pint?"
Yeah, we went all around there, all around London in all like the little dive pubs. It was class. Or like loads of guys coming up. Can we have a picture? He loved it. He loves it. He loves it.
Yeah. Love it. That's a mad one. Like, I think I would be tripping if I was out on a night out in London and I saw you two together.
I was getting him doing videos. I was doing videos to all my friends, and he had my number right in his phone. Right? I got his number.
Yeah.
And whenever I was drunk, I'd ring him, right, telling him, saying, "Dude, will you say you got no fans, Craig?" If I was with Craig, right? In the end, he blocked me. He fucking blocked me. And now I'm doing a couple of charity things. He gets in contact via email now. He won't give me his number.
Only you would get blocked by the Wealdstone Raider.
Oh, no. He was thinking, this guy's harassing me.
On the night out as well.
He's a good sport, though. He's a good sport.
He seems it. But I couldn't believe, right? So you asked him a question like one of the worst things that's happened because of your fame, and he got knocked out and had a bleed on the brain, didn't he? It was like literally it could have been death, couldn't it? And that shows the really, really bad side of fame, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, the thing is with us, like, neither of us have actually wanted the fame. It's like, we didn't go out. There's people that have, like, TikTok or Instagram, and they're constantly wanting to try and be famous. Like, the fact that we got it put upon us, and in not in, like, a positive way. Like, people are famous for being, like, a good boxer or being talented at something. We got famous because people, like to laugh at us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it was... and through no fault of our own, we didn't want that to happen. So, yeah, like, and we kind of got each other. So it was kind of nice sharing our stories and like the negativeness of fame. I don't like to say fame, but it's like being well known, I guess.
Yeah, but he was like, and it's something that you've started to do now, and it's probably a question I'll ask you after, but he really, really, again, didn't really want the fame, but he flipped it really well into a positive thing, didn't he? Like you said, the charity work. I couldn't believe it. I was watching it and he was like, yeah, I did a song and it got to number 5 in the chart, in the UK charts. I was like, what? How the hell have I missed that? And he raised like, how much money did he raise? I can't remember how much he was off the top.
I think it was like about $500,000 then.
Jesus Christ. And what a guy for doing that. And, you know, he's really doing a lot of positive things. And now, do you think having that conversation with him has kind of made you look at what you can do on the back of, and I keep saying it, but your fame?
Yeah, well, I've been doing, you know, if someone will ask me, will you say happy birthday to this person?
Yeah.
So I say donate a tenner to a charity. If you send it me, I'll do your video.
Oh,
and I made 180 quid in one day the other week. And then like I've done a couple like 30 quid, 20 quid, 10 quid. Because I'm in lockdown, it's something positive that I can do. And it's something to do. And I'm making money for charity. And that's solely off him. He's also asked me if I'm good at football, which I'm not. I'm absolutely terrible. But I said yes. I am shit. And he said, like, would you like to play for my charity football team? And I'm not going to say no to that. Play with football with the Wealdstone Raider. Yeah, so I've said yes. So once lockdown's over, I'm going to go and play football for the charity football team he wants me to play for. So that'll be good.
I'm coming and watching that. Please.
You can come and watch.
I'll just be in my element. I'll just to see you play football. I have to say you shit. That'd be great.
Oh my God! I swear to God, I am terrible. Like they'd be like the kid with like one leg, right? And it gets like, do you know when you have to pick teams?
Yeah.
And they'd have the kid with like one leg, and then there'd be me at the end, and I'm like, oh.
Have you got like a position that you'd play? Or would you even say you play a position at football?
Left back in the changing rooms, but that's about it. Like literally, obviously, every footballer wants to be a striker or whatever. Yeah. They put me in defence, but because I've played rugby all my life and that, couldn't get it off them. So I just like trying like manhandle them. I just get like sent off or given a penalty. They'd be like, "For fuck's sake, Danny!" And they'd hate me in the team. So football's not my sport. It's a shit sport. I don't like it anyway.
Oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be incredible. That's going to be absolutely incredible. The good news is it probably will go ahead sooner than you think. Good news for me, but bad news for you maybe. But yeah, well, maybe even June, July time kind of thing. We might be able to do a hell of a lot more. Fingers crossed we can get over to your bar in the garden.
Yep, Danny's, instead of Danny's Barbers, I'm getting a bar made, and it's going to be called Danny's Bar Beers.
Oh, it's a podcast for you, mate.
And it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same logo as my barbers, but there's going to be like a little apostrophe and then an E above it. Do you know? So it's like, it looks like I've just tried to do it. But I'm excited. I've got like it's a UPVC outdoor garden building, and I'm gonna kit it out like a proper pub. So
nice.
Just with the times like this, it's made me realise that I want to be around my friends and stuff anyway. I don't want to be out too much, and especially getting locked down all the time. You don't know if we're going to be locked down for thingy, so I'd rather just bring the pub to me. So,
and
I'll still go out and have a beer and stuff, but then after come back to Danny's Barbies.
Danny's Barbies, that's absolutely incredible. What a name! And you're gonna have to keep me in the loop with like the progress on that, by the way, because
we could maybe do another one of these in there.
Done, sold, easy. Yeah, we're doing it without a doubt. Can't wait. Danny's Bar Beers. That's fucking love that. I'm jealous of that. I wish I'd made it up. But speaking of bar beers now, so we've got to the point in the podcast, Danny, where we're going to play Daft or Craft. So this is a game where there's 3 really weird and wacky beer names. 2 of them are correct and real, and you should have them next year. Obviously not seen them yet. And one of them is made up by me. So I'm going to read them all out, and it's on you to weigh up which one I've made up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So your first option, Mash Bandicoot.
Mash what?
Bandicoot.
So instead of like Crash Bandicoot, it's, what is it?
Mash, M-A-S-H. Mash Bandicoot. Right. The second one is Robert Downey Jr.
That's pretty funny.
The third one, Beverly Pills. So I'll go through them one more time.
Oh, I like that.
You choose which one I've Mash Bandicoot, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Third one, Beverly Pills.
The Crash Bandicoot one you made up.
Are you locking that answer in? Is that your final answer? Okay, Danny, I can tell you, mate.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Incorrect? Which one did you make up?
Well, so out of Robert Downey Jr. and Beverly Pills, which one do you think I made up?
I think they're both brilliant names, by the way. Robert, because it's that good, I think you've made it up. That Robert Downey Jr. It has to be.
You think I made that up?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can tell you, Danny. If you go into that box to your left-hand side or your right-hand side, open those beers and tell me what's in there, mate.
Right. Oh, Mash Bandicoot.
There we go. That's a real one.
And
Beverly
Pills. Yours was the best.
I think I need to start writing these down.
You should write them down. That Beverly Pills is quite funny.
Indeed.
Mash Bandicoot, I don't think they've tried that hard with that
one. They need to get me involved, don't they? They need to get me involved.
Yeah, you need to be the one that writes it down. Robert Downey Jr., I'd be like, that is going to be a nice beer.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll make one and we'll have that on draft at your bar. How about that?
Yeah.
So we're gonna taste them now. So it's up to which one you want to try first.
We'll try Mash Bandicoot.
Okay, let's do it. So Mash Bandicoot is 5%. It's a Mosaic Pale Ale, and it is from Brew York. So I want you to taste it.
Yeah.
How much you like it or hate it, and then give it a rating out of 10. 0 being worst, 10 being the best. I can't weigh that up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's like a woody,
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, what taste would you say that is?
Like woody.
Yeah, like a.
Can you taste it?
Yeah, it's like
It's like nice, and then it's like, oh, what's that? It's not bad. It's not. With it. Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah, I like. It's not bad.
Could you drink it? Could you drink it like?
I could drink.
What-
Yeah, I could drink it. I could drink it, but
It's got
there's a weird aftertaste.
Yeah. That's the strangest beer I've ever tasted, I think.
There's a weird aftertaste.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd have one. I'd be like, yeah, maybe.
Wouldn't order it again.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, so I'm gonna give that a. What is it? 1 being the highest.
0 being the highest, 0 being the lowest, 10 being the highest.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
I think I'm gonna go 5 because I can't weigh up whether I like it or not. I just can't weigh it up. I think I'd drink it, like you say, but I don't think I'd order it again.
Yeah, I might be a bit harsh with my 3.
No, I mean, no. If you don't like it, you don't like it, and I think I can't weigh it. I can't weigh it up. I'll have to have a drink a little bit more, and I might come back to it. But yeah, you're going 3 out of 10. I'm going 5 out of 10. Let's give Beverly Pills a go. So Beverly Pills is a German.
I like the can. The can's pretty cool though.
The cans are always class, like really, really like arty, and yeah, they are.
The name's shit.
Hey, it's no Robert Downey Jr., is it?
Robert Downey Jr. That's genius. That.
Well, mate, right. So this is a Pilsner, German Pilsner, 5.2% from Deviant and Dandy Brewing Co. So have a swig of that, my friend, and tell me what you think.
Oh, I like that.
Are you into
it?
Yeah. That's stronger, that, isn't it? Is it stronger? Well, by 2%, but it tastes a little stronger.
I like it.
Yeah? I think I'm into that as well.
I really like that.
What do you think you're going to give that then?
I'm going to give it a 7.
It's got no aftertaste, has it? Like that? That's
it's nice.
Standard Pilsner. Yeah, I'm going to go 7 as well.
7. I like it. I think it's nice.
I'm into that. So, yeah, we're both.
I'd have another one. Do you know some beers you'd have, and you can only just have one, and then you'd be like, "Oh, I'll change to another." With that, I'd get another.
Agreed, 100%. So we're both going 7 there. I'm in. I'll have that again. Maybe not have the mashed bandicoot again, but I will drink it. But the good thing is, Danny, I've created a little game here, right? So this means that either both of us are going to drink quite a bit of this beer, or one of us is. So I've come up. I haven't got a name for it, but I'm going to say 10 words, yeah? And
right.
It's on you to weigh whether it's a fish name or a rice cake brand.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
If you get it right, I'll drink. If you get it wrong, you drink, okay?
Right, we're there. I feel like I need a burp off that. We're there.
Get those burps out, mate. I know I'm feeling a little bit bloated after that mashed bandicoot, to be fair.
Yeah, because I kept drinking it to see if I didn't like it as much as it was that weird taste.
I can't weigh that taste up, mate. I can't weigh it up at all. It's like,
At first I thought it was woody, and then I was like, it's not. You can't explain. It's weird.
No, it's a strange one. But yeah, we'll find out anyway. So yeah, if you get it wrong, you drink. If you get it right, I'll drink. Okay.
Yeah.
So first one, is it a fish or a rice cake brand?
Right.
Callo.
Camo.
Callo. Kallo.
Fish.
Rice cake.
Fuck.
Drink, my friend. Oh, love it. This is great. 2. Clear Spring.
Clear Spring. I'm going to go fish, definitely, because of the water, spring.
Rice cake.
What? I want to see these answers. Really?
I promise you, I'll show you after. It's a rice cake brand.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, this is working well for me.
That was a bit of a curveball, that one.
I'll show you after, I promise.
Right.
Third one, fish or a rice cake brand. Xander.
Right, because I've gone 2 fish already that have been rice cakes, right? I'm going to go fish again.
Correct. I'll drink.
Yes!
Right. 2-1. Sprats. Fourth one is Sprats. Sprats.
Sprats. Rice cakes. Sprats. Fish. Sprats. Fish.
Oh, you bastard. Yep. Right.
Yes!
2-2. The next one, escalar.
Escalar. Oh, no matter if it's a fish or a rice cake, it's going to be a posh one, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is it, escalar?
Escalar.
Oh, can you pass me the escalar rice cakes? Would you like to make me some escalar fish? Escalar. I'm going to go escalar rice cakes.
Fish.
Fuck! I should have known.
3-2 to me, son.
I don't know me fish and rice cakes.
You should. No, this is hard work. When I was looking through them, I was like, I struggle here. He's either going to get them all right and look amazing, or get them all wrong and, well, still look amazing.
There's no intellect in it. I'm just guessing.
The next one is Bayona. Fish or a rice cake?
Bayona. Rice cake every time.
Yeah. What's that? 3-all?
Yeah.
Jesus. Barramundi. Fish or a rice cake?
Oh, barramundi rice cake. Barramundi fish. I'm going to go fish.
Oh.
Yes! I think I've got it now. I think I know.
4-3 to you, mate.
I think the posher the word, it's going to be like in a restaurant because I want it to sound a restaurant, I reckon.
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. Liebers.
Oh, rice cake.
You said that with so much confidence, and you're right.
Yes!
God's sake, 5-3.
Yeah, I'm coming back.
Oh, no. Itsu.
Repeat it again.
Itsu. ITSU.
Itsu is definitely a rice cake.
Oh, you've done me again.
Yes!
You've won. You've won the whole game. Well done. I thought I had you. I thought after that stuff.
At first, I was like, this game is not for me, but then I am the fish and rice cake guy, so I'm going to get it right. I've got to win a game as well.
Well, cheers, mate. Cheers anyway. Bloody hell. That's not
Cheers,
good.
Buddy. I like this.
I tell you what, that mashed bandicoot, I'm telling you, that aftertaste is gone. I thought I was drinking Beverly Pills. It's gone.
Oh, I've been drinking Beverly Pills. I've left that.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna upgrade it from a 5 to a 6 because the aftertaste is less now. But anyway, Danny, well done. You won the fish in the rice cakes game. I'm fuming because I thought after Callow and Clear Spring, I was on for a sure win without a doubt.
You threw me a curve. That was a curveball. That Clear Springs rice cakes, like.
I'll show you him after. But
I want you to send me him because
I will. Don't somebody send them you for free. They'll get you as an advocate. Unbelievable. Yeah, I know. Get your bloody your bar in the garden sponsored by Callow or Clear Spring.
Imagine that.
Incredible. So I've got to ask, as a viral sensation yourself, do you keep up with like the current memes, and do you see, like, for example, the Hanforth Parish Council meeting? Have you seen that?
Oh, that is amazing. Yeah, I seen it the other day.
What? You have no authority here, Jackie Weaver.
They're going crazy. They were going crazy.
I don't get it. Like, I don't understand how it's on the internet. Like,
I think who's recording it? One of them has recorded it, but I'm uploading this.
I think it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Genuinely. Like, yeah. I saw it and I was like, I couldn't believe how pissed off people could get over something so small. Like,
have you seen the one where it's like they're having a Zoom meeting? It's like really like, I don't know, like a professional meeting, and then one person's a cat and they've got a filter of a cat on the face and they're going, I know I'm a cat, but can we just carry on with the meeting? And he's like, full-on cat.
I think it was a court meeting as well.
Was it? Oh, it was a court. It was a court. And one of the high judges was like, I seem to be a cat, but can we carry on? But he was talking and he was a full-on cat. It was amazing. It was amazing.
I think lockdown is just getting to everyone. I just love the fact that like people are having to do things like, because obviously normally we do this face to face, but we've got to do Zoom. But people that aren't technology like orientated, like that's what happened on that Handforth Parish Council meeting. Like,
yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
carnage. Look, there's like a 25-minute version of it online, and I swear to God, if you've got 25 minutes free, which a lot of people do at the moment,
I do.
watch it all because it's mad. It's mad. Like the viral clip was like, again, probably similar to one that you went. It was like 15, 20 seconds long or whatever, but it's comedy gold, the whole interview. It's so funny.
It's like genuine anger as well, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, fuming. Absolutely fuming at each other. What did he say? What's he saying? He's like, I take charge or something, like one of the guys. Absolutely mad. And then
it's class. Well, at the moment, I'm speaking to, do you know those? There's another meme where the four lads.
I was going to ask you.
I've been speaking to them, and they've fully embraced. They're smashing it, them boys.
Yeah,
like they've got a Netflix special, a McDonald's advert. They're always shooting for something, and like they actually like reached out to me and was like, mate, you've got to embrace it. And then whenever I'm posting stuff like, I hope you've been paid for that. I hope you're doing it. You know, so they're very clever with it. So they've spun it really well. So good on them, to be fair, because they were getting some shit.
Yeah, and it's weird, isn't it? It's like, again, it comes in roller coasters, doesn't it? Because I remember seeing that picture and you were like, that's a stereotypical, like those lads on a night out kind of thing. But it was the sea shanty thing that really escalated it, wasn't it? The deep taking when they're singing that song, and I just can't believe it. And then the guy who sang Wellerman, I can't remember what he's called, but he's like now the face of TikTok. He's on the TikTok adverts and stuff, and it's just like something that someone picks up on Twitter and on social media can really, really influence someone's life for the rest of their life. It's mad.
Yeah, they'll always be them lads. Like,
oh yeah.
For the rest, like mine's been like 15 years, and like they've embraced it more so they're gonna have it forever. But like you said, they've turned it into a positive, and they're actually genuinely nice lads. But I can see where, like, to be fair, I sometimes dress like that. So.
Yeah. I saw the Lad Bible interview that they did. They did a Zoom meeting as well with Lad Bible, and I thought they all came across really well. And it's just like you've got to laugh, otherwise you cry. You know, you've got to like take it off.
Yeah.
Like I say, they're switching it into something else, and I could pick like 4 of my mates out that are identical to them. You know, like
a lot of my friends are like that. And to be fair, I've got a couple of outfits that are like that.
Yeah.
And then some people have said, Danny, what are you wearing? I'm like, oh my God. And then, because obviously you wear, like, I either wear like bootleg jeans, which are like frowned upon, or tight jeans. There's no in between. They rip my ball. So I'm like, I can't fucking win.
I wear tight jeans for work, and I get the piss. Well, obviously we're not in the office at the moment. I get the piss taken out before wearing tight jeans. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just on a universal scale, isn't it? But wow, that's it's amazing that you're in touch with him, though. That's really good. You should.
Yeah, it's that. Honestly, I speak to one of the lads daily, and he's a really nice guy. I get on with him, like, so we've ended up like becoming friends. two internet sensations just getting. Yeah, we've got quite a bit in common, you know. So it's good. They're good. They're actually sound lads. But even with me, like, you look at the picture. And you judge, and I've been there, and I still do it, and then I speak to them, and I tell people, I'm like, oh my God, they're actually genuinely sound. But of course they're going to be. It was only a picture that it's crazy, but like they've now probably got a career out of having that one picture done, which is brilliant.
Yeah, they'll be like, you kind of think, right, they'll be presenting something on like MTV or BBC Three like before you know it. You know what I mean? It's going to happen. Like the Netflix documentary itself, I saw the fact that they were doing, they were doing the. I saw some filming and they're in the same outfits and stuff like that, and I was like, what's going on here? And I saw mentioned the Netflix documentary. I was like, surely not. Like, what would a Netflix documentary be about? But
of a picture. Yeah. Madness.
What a mad one. What an absolute mad one. But let's talk about your tattoos, because you've got a hell of a lot of tattoos, and you've got some really interesting ones. You've got like a Tyson Fury on the back of your neck. You've got, I think you split it down in one of the interviews you did, and it's something like life and science on the left arm, or maybe the right arm, and then you've got The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, etc. But I've got a really, really tough question for you. If your life depended on it and you had to get rid of one of them, which one would it be?
Oh, I've never been asked that question before.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah. My life depended on it.
Life depends on it. You got to get rid of one of them.
Fuck.
You can't see it, but Danny's literally just scanning his body at the moment.
This is a really hard question. No, and I like them all. And then I'm thinking, the tattoo artist that I say that I'll get rid of will be pissed off. So I don't want to piss anyone off. I love them all equally. That's like asking someone, which one of your kids do you love the most?
Exactly.
Okay, I want to get rid of that one. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'd keep them all.
You keep them all. You can literally you can't do that's fair. Okay, right. I'll switch it up then. Which person or celebrity or public figure are you getting tattooed next? Have you
not the Wealdstone Raider? Before you ask, I don't know. I've kind of got everyone. I've literally got everyone. I'm running out of people. It might even be you because I think I've got everyone else.
If you get me tattooed on you, I will literally peak at live. I'll quit my job. I'll quit and just.
My friend texted me the other day. He said he'll pay for it if I get tattooed on me. I was like, nah.
Oh my god! Imagine, but everyone would be like, "Who the fuck is that gap tooth prick on your back there?" Oh my god! Incredible. I'm having too much fun. What do you normally drink on a night out?
Oh my god! Right. For the podcast, I could be like, you know what? I could be like dead sophisticated and stuff.
Yeah.
I always start off with a couple of pints.
Yeah, of course.
And then once I'm pissed, I will drink fucking anything, like literally anything.
I'm the same.
Where I've even picked up a drink, I've drank it, and there's been a fucking chewing gum in it. It's not even been mine.
That is easy done, but it's minging when it happens.
It's when I get that pissed.
Yeah.
When I get that pissed.
Yeah.
So obviously I start off, and you with the lads and that, and you'll be chatting and that because you're not pissed.
Yeah.
So you'll have a nice couple of beers, and I'll change it. I'll change it around. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't have my certain beer. I'll see what's on tap.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh, I don't have a Amstel or I'll have a Beameretti or something. Yeah. And then I'll move away. For some reason, I never stay on them, right? I move out. Next minute, I've got a bottle of Echo Falls, and I'm like, ah! In Pot World or something.
Pot World. Absolutely, Pot World's an incredible place. I've been to a few Pot Worlds in my time. Echo Falls, though, I can also appreciate. I used to drink Black Tower Rosé, like from the bottle, like, oh, mate, it's like a paint stripper, but did the job. It was just about getting drunk for cheap then, weren't it?
Yeah, I think it was like, I think for Yates, he used to do it for like £5 or £10 a bottle of Echo Falls. So I'd get like a rosé because it'd get me even more pissed. And when you're younger and stuff, that's just what you do. But
literally,
I think it's instilled in my head. So even though I've got money and I could just drink beers all night, I'll see a picture. I'm like, what the fuck have I got a bottle of rosé for?
Oh shit! Just had a button in my mic. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. Like, I'm a nightmare. I always mix drinks. And are you a shot man? Do you like shots?
Oh, when I'm pissed, I love a Jaeger bomb. and do you know, because the shop girls are fit as well, they'll come over. And then I think it's like, I don't think I'm like, when they come over, like, do you want a shot? And I think, I've got to help these girls out. They're like, 3 for a tenner. I'm like, I need to help her out. Give me 6. And then my mate's like, nah, I don't want them. So I'm like, fuck's sake, I have to drink them all. And the next day I remember it, I think, for fuck's sake, I wish I didn't have them.
And then you're like, I understand why I've spent 300 quid that night, because I spent at least 40 quid per round with those fucking girls that have got the Jägermeister trays.
I know, try to get her through uni. I've helped her out.
Charity work right there, isn't it? Jesus.
Exactly. I'm nicer than the Wealdstone Raider.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Danny, right. I'm going to give you an option, right? So I haven't told you about this one. I always throw my guests under the bus with this one, but you can go to the Erase in the Bar jukebox and put one song and one song only on it. What are you putting on? It's a hard question because you've always got those ones, haven't you? You see one, you're like, oh, that's my karaoke song. That's the one that I put on.
Yeah.
You don't remember them when like you put on the spot.
See, my karaoke song is Mustang Sally, or if the pub's rocking, it's Bohemian Rhapsody because it's about an hour long. And I like the stage time. But if I'm in something like probably like a, do you like remember old school like clubland dance music?
Of course, yeah.
Like something like that, I think. You know, just like what's it called? Robin, Show Me Love.
Oh,
Show Me Love. Like I think that'll get everyone pumping.
Literally was listening to that today. It was like I don't know if it was like a 90s or a like noughties playlist or something like that. It is it's like a Steve Angelo remix or something. And I was, that's a banger. So are you going with that? That's a great.
I'm locking that bad boy in.
That's a great choice. I'll give you that one. That's a great choice. So Danny, now we've got to the point in the podcast where you talk me through I'm excited for this one because you told me that you think you've got a good chance of winning it, but the best drunk story.
Can I nip for a wee and you can ask me that again?
Oh, glad you've said that. Yeah, because I need one.
Right, we'll go for a wee break. So I've got many a drunken story, but I had to think of my funniest, and I think of one of my funniest ones it was Halloween one year, and I was in probably the best shape of my life. And my little sister, who's a size 8, she's a 6, she's tiny, bought this Crayola crayon outfit, which was a blue crayon with a headband, and then the little dome, which was the top, and it was like a vest. So I thought, that'll show my muscles off, right? Cringy as it is. But it was years ago, I was only young.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what, I'm going to wear that, right? I turned up, like, hedges out in this Crayola crayon outfit. My mates have been like, what the fuck are you wearing? I'm like, I look good, right? I just got a pair of trainers and some underpants on underneath, right? And we go on a night out. And at the time, my mate worked in a bar.
Yeah.
And I used to be skint back then. I had no money whatsoever. So I used to go out with like 30 quid.
Oh, and it would last the whole night, wouldn't it?
Oh, and then I'd jog home because I couldn't afford the taxi money. I'd jog home.
Done that before.
Yeah, so we ended up going to my mate's, like my mate worked in a bar.
Yeah.
So I used to say, give me a £5, Dan, and I'll give you like 20 quid of the drinks, right?
Nice.
That's what he wanted me to do, but I had no money, so I'm like, yo, Jen, get us 3. What do you want, love? Get us 3 WKDs and some apple sours. Give us about 6, right? And so I was there and I was drinking. He said I was a right pain in the ass, dressed as a crayon. And I was getting loads of shit off guys with, what the fuck? Look at him. Look at the set, which I agree. Like, now I'd probably be one of them lads giving me shit. Right? Yeah. What the fuck is he dressed as? And I remember that. But then the last thing I remember was drinking these drinks and waking up in my bed, right?
Yeah.
I've touched my head and I've got glass all in my forehead, right?
What?
And I've been, glass and blood on my face. So I've gone to Facebook at the time. Facebook was the big thing. So I've got, people are just jealous. And I've gone out, had a good time, right? And I've been glassed, right? And people are like, oh, babes, you okay? And I'm like, I'll be okay, right? My mate's inboxed me saying, bro, take that down. I said, why? He said, you were stood at the bar, and do you know where the bar, when the bar stools are, and then you've got them feet rests?
Yeah, I do.
I've been stuck because I'm short, so I could get his attention for me free drink. I've been stood on there, right? I've fucking slipped off and headbutted a champagne flute, right? Blood's been everywhere. He said I was nearly in tears, and he had to put me in a taxi and tell the taxi driver, pay the taxi driver to get me home. And then I put this, he woke up in the morning, seen this status and be like, what the fuck, the lying cunt? But in my head, I'd made this story up, so I had to delete it. And then people were coming in my barbershop saying, I heard you got glass the other night. And then I was too embarrassed to say I headbutted a champagne flute, so I'd go, yeah, I know. Terrible, isn't it?
Terrible, I can't believe didn't catch them. But if I do,
I'll fucking give it him.
He best be running. He best be hiding.
So yeah, that's so that's kind of embarrassing story for you there.
Yo, that's a cracker.
It's terrible, isn't it?
How did that happen? Like, what are the chances of that? I have seen something similar because they've got you've got the footrest. You've also got the armrest, haven't you, on some of them? That big gold metal bar.
Like a gold bar across the bottom of the bar.
Yeah.
And when it's wet, and you've stood on it, trying to get free drinks, it's a recipe for disaster.
I love that you were stood on it as well. That's just even better. I've seen a video. I'll send it over to you after, but it's like that. It obviously wasn't fixed on correctly, but there was a guy leaning against it. But there was another guy at the end of the bar, at the end of the pole. He pushed it. Oh no, he pulled it towards him, so the bar disappears and the guy just falls flat on his face. I'll show it you after.
Yeah,
that's a cracking story. I'm into that, and maybe the first person in the world and the only person to headbutt a champagne flute.
There's a right dive as well. Who the fuck was having champagne there? That's what I was wondering.
Was it Prosecco, do you think, or champagne?
It would have been. It defo was Prosecco. It weren't champagne in that.
Lambrini, defo. Lambrini all day.
Yeah.
Cracking. That's up there. And at the end of the series, what we're going to do, we're going to get all the drunk stories together and there'll be a winner. So I think you're in with a good show. I also asked you before you came on the podcast to think of the best UK bar, pub, or nightclub that you've been to. It might be somewhere you've been to once and you thought it was unbelievable, or somewhere you go all the time, or somewhere really, really weird and wacky. Have you managed to narrow one down?
Yes. Beer Keller in Liverpool. So me and my friend, we didn't even know about Beer Keller, right? And we've walked in during the day just for a couple of pints and that. And I've looked at a sign, it says, don't stand on tables. Why the fuck would people be standing on a table? So we're having a couple of pints, right? Next minute, more people start coming in. I'm like, what the fuck's happening? And it's like Beer Keller, for those who don't know. It's like a German crazy, like they drink steins and they stand up and go crazy. And beer's flying over. There's people of all ages. I'm hugging them all. And it's just, it was like one of the best nights of my life. It was because I wasn't expecting it. We just went for a couple of quiet drinks in Liverpool after going shopping, and it was fucking mental. I had beer all over me, and like people of all ages, all walks of life getting on. It was fucking brilliant.
You need to. I always say this. It comes up in a few podcasts, but if you go to Oktoberfest in Munich, like the actual one, it's fucking incredible.
Is it? Well, I love Beer Keller, so I probably would love that.
You definitely love it, and it's exactly like that. Like when you saw that "Don't Stand on the Table" sign, it's there for a reason, because at some point everyone stood on tables. But the difference is with Beer Keller. I've been to the Beer Keller in Manchester, not Liverpool, but difference is you're dressed in lederhosen for the whole time in Munich. I was there for 4 days, and I don't think I got changed once. It was it was so good, and it's like 11 till 11. You're there all day. Oh mate, get there because you'd absolutely love it. But that's a great shout, Beer Keller.
Yeah, that is my best bar.
The one in Manchester's in the Printworks. I don't know if you've been in the Printworks before, but yeah, no, it's a cracker. It's a cracker. It's a great suggestion. That brings us unfortunately to the end of the podcast, Danny. It's been an absolute riot. I've absolutely loved it. It's been incredible. I nearly pissed myself before I had to take myself away and go to the toilet because I was laughing too much. But, no, it's been great. But before we do finish it, obviously we're nearly in March now. Things are all getting a little bit better, and you've mentioned that you have managed to. You've got your own barbershop. You've got 3 people employed for you. When can people come back to your barbers for a trim, and where is it?
Yeah, April the 12th. We've finally been given a date. So yeah, our books start opening from there. And it's in Preston, in Cadley Causeway. So booking for a trim.
Done. Love it. Absolutely love it. Well, thank you for coming on, mate. It's been incredible, and it's really good to get to know the real you. Obviously, because I feel like I've known you for all my life, but just from that little clip. But no, it's good to delve into your past, and 100%. As soon as we can, I'll come over to what's it called again? What's the bar?
Danny's Barbiers.
Danny's Bar.
Honestly, you're welcome whenever. As soon as it's built.
Yeah,
we'll get it. We'll connect. It'll be good.
Without a doubt, and I am so keen to come and watch you play football. So I can't wait for that. Thanks for coming on, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we will 100% see each other as soon as possible for that beer.
Definitely. I'll see you soon.